Let's get you started learning about blockchain data and earning by doing data analytics with Flipside Crypto. This is for you if you're curious about the crypto space and eager to learn more, or if you know SQL or would like to know how you can do blockchain data analytics with SQL. By completing the steps in this video, you can learn and earn 100 USD in crypto, so follow along so that we can learn and earn together. Flipside Crypto is an amazing community that aims to enhance and grow blockchain data insights. They have a data platform that's completely free to use with various blockchains and projects such as Terra, Aave, Ethereum, Polygon, etc. Anyone can use their data platform and complete bounties and get paid in crypto. Actually, they recently tweeted that their top analysts made $50,000 in 10 weeks. So most of their bounties require you to learn SQL, but not to worry, there are a lot of free resources available online. They actually link to some of them within their documentation. I personally used to use W3 Schools back in the day. It's really good to test out SQL queries, etc. But SQL essentially lets you query tables and databases. And if you're more of a writer, you can actually look at their content bounties because they do pay you as well if you write articles based on the data that you have found on their platform, as well as the dashboards created by the data analysts on there. So there are many opportunities for you to learn and earn with Flipside Crypto. Now that you have learned about Flipside Crypto, let's see what's required for you to learn and earn 100 USD by the end of this video. So, to complete your first bounty, you will need to get started on a scavenger hunt. Essentially, it gives you an opportunity to learn about a protocol. So, you learn about the protocol, you earn by using the protocol, and then you also earn from Flipside Crypto by completing the bounty. So once you completed the steps required, you're going to join their Discord channel and you're going to submit it so everyone can see your work. And you'll also have to submit a form specifying your crypto address so that you can get paid. To choose a scavenger hunt, go to the document that's linked in the description of this video. You have an option to choose from the Aave Ghost Hunt, the Terra Explorer Hunt, or the Polygon Shapeshifter Hunt. For this video, we'll be choosing the Terra Explorer Hunt. Terra is a blockchain protocol that has fiat-pegged stablecoins, which is used to power payment systems globally. By the end of this video, you will learn how to earn with Luna, how to get roughly 19 to 20% APY on the Anchor protocol, how you can earn by yield farming on the Mirror protocol, as well as receive crypto from Flipside Crypto for completing this bounty. All right, I'm so excited for us to start the Terra Explorer hunt. So on this page, they give us a list of steps that we need to complete. So it's quite a bit, but it's definitely worth it. So the first thing we need to do is set up a Terra Station wallet. The reason why you're doing this is so that you can create an account on the Terra blockchain. So you have to navigate to the Chrome store and search for Terra Station. So I just click that link and I go straight to the extension. So that way I have a browser extension as my wallet. So click add extension. Wonderful. So now it's been added. I'm going to just pin it so I can always see it. And what I need to do is create an account with this wallet. So I'll show you the steps for demonstration purposes, but when you are creating an account, please do it in a very private environment because your information here is very important. So the wallet name is arbitrary. You can name it whatever you want. Your password is something that you need to authenticate whenever you use particular applications. So I'm just gonna use a password. But the seed phrase is the most important part here. So this is essentially, it's like an abstraction of your actual private key. And this is required for you to recover your account. So if you were to lose your laptop, once you have the seed phrase, you can get into your account. You don't need this password. You just need the seed phrase. As a result, this seed phrase is very important for you to store. Now, if you lose a seed phrase, no one can help you, not even the browser extension creator. They do not have access to the seed phrase, just you. This is very important. You don't want to lose this. You don't want to give this to anyone. No one, absolutely no one should have access to this. I have clearly shown my seed phrase here on screen, so I'm not going to be using this wallet because by showing the seed phrase, any one of you can take this and create my account within the Terra extension. So I am going to start over privately, but I just wanted to show you the steps that you need to do to create your account on the Terra blockchain. Make sure you secure this with your life. Okay, cool. Once you've completed those steps, you should now see your account. here in your wallet. So it looks like this, and this is your public address. And if you ever want to ask anyone for money, you give them this address and they will send the crypto here. I don't have any tokens in my wallet because it's completely empty. I just created the account. So the next step, as you would imagine, is to acquire some Luna tokens. Luna is a native token on the Terra blockchain and is also used to pay for gas fees. So, or transaction fees. And these are fees that go to the miners who upkeep the network and make sure that the transactions are validated, etc. So, there are many ways to get Luna tokens onto your wallet, and there are a few here. Now, if you already have tokens in a MetaMask wallet, for example, because you're on the Ethereum ecosystem or on the Binance Smart Chain, then you can actually bridge it using the Terra bridge. So let's say you had some assets on Ethereum. I'm not connected, and you wanted to bridge it to the Terra wallet or the Terra blockchain, sorry, you can bridge any of the Terra assets. So these would be Luna or UST, etc. So if you had it on Binance Smart Chain or Harmony, then this would be a good option. If you have your assets on Coinbase, then you can send it to your MetaMask wallet. The MetaMask wallet would support multiple blockchains such as Ethereum. Currently, Coinbase does not support the Luna blockchain. Now, if you want to bypass this step of bridging, which does require you to make a few swaps and pay a lot of transaction fees, then if you can find a crypto exchange that does support the Terra blockchain, then that would be perfect, because then you can send the Luna tokens from the exchange directly to your Terra wallet. An example of this is Qcoin. Well, I don't know if Qcoin does it, but they mentioned that you can use Qcoin. But another example is crypto.com, which is a mobile wallet, as well as Binance.com. If you are in the US and you're watching this, and you will not be able to use Binance.com, but you will have access to Crypto.com, which does support the Terra blockchain. So you can consider that option if you'd like to, but it also requires you to sign up for yet another exchange. So you decide which one is best for you. For this demonstration, I'm going to go with the easiest option for me right now, which is Binance.com. So with Binance.com, I actually already had some Luna tokens in here. So I'm going to say withdraw, and I'm going to withdraw it to the account that I just created. So if I just copy, boom, I'm going to put it here. Confirm. Ooh, it's congested. Bad, Binance, bad. Well, I mean, they're saying that the network is congested. Let's see. And I'm going to be transferring all of it because I really shouldn't have it on here, or I don't need to have it on here because it's doing nothing. So it's going to charge me 0.02 Luna tokens. Cool. What can I do? Withdraw. Please confirm. Okay. Transactions can't be cancelled. If you are not used to transferring cryptocurrencies, then please start off with a small amount and then send the larger one, because if you make a mistake, then there is no one to reverse the transaction for you. So continue. I am now going to have to put in my information. So I will do that and come back to you. Of Luna in my wallet. So yeah, so the transfer went through. I was able to transfer Luna tokens from Binance directly to my Terra Station wallet. But check out steps 1 to 3 to see alternative options, or if you already have Luna tokens in your Terra wallet, then perfect. So now we're getting into the juicy bit. We're going to start interacting with some protocols. So the first protocol we're interacting with is the Anchor protocol, which is an amazing protocol on the Terra blockchain, which allows you to earn 19.5% APY, which is pretty much stable since I've been using it earlier this year around May. So it's a really great platform to earn on your stablecoin, and you can also bond your Luna tokens and leverage it for the purpose of earning as well. So to do so, we need to actually get UST to pay for transaction fees on this platform. So to get UST, we're going to use a decentralized exchange called TerraSwap. So I'm just going to connect my wallet, and I would like to swap to the UST token. Maybe I need roughly like around $10. Let's see, 0.51. Yeah, that works. Because if I have any remainder, I can just deposit it into Anchor Protocol. So it's no problem to take out this much. So let's say swap. Now I need to put in my password. So if for some reason you forgot this password, you can simply instantiate a new wallet using the seed phrase from earlier. So I think I remember my password. So let's Awesome. So my transaction is processing, is going to be validated by the blockchain nodes. So once that's done, I'm going to have some USD in my wallet, and yay, that's done. So if I go to my wallet, it says that I have 18 UST. Hooray. So let's move on. So they want me to go to the bond page on Anchor and deposit some of the Luna to convert to bonded Luna. But don't convert all of your Luna because you're going to be using some of it for the rest of the tutorial. So now that that's done, I can go here, go onto the bond page. So I'm going to bond, let's say 1 Luna, and it's going to give me that much B Luna. I'm going to select a validator. So let's see. And then I should be ready to mint. Oh, I forgot to connect my wallet. All right, awesome. So now I'm going to say mint. They saved my password and boom. All right, cool. So now as we wait for this transaction to complete, let's see what's next. All right, so once that's happening, we are going to borrow against our bonded Luna and then take out our Luna in UST. So we're going to navigate to the borrow page and pay attention to the prompts that that Anchor gives you about how much to borrow so that you don't get liquidated. So that's a very important thing. I do have a dedicated video on my channel about Anchor Protocol if you'd like to learn more, so definitely check that out. So let's go here. That transaction has completed. So now I'm going over to the borrow page, and now I can borrow against the bonded Luna. So when you borrow against crypto, you can't borrow the entire thing because they need to have some as collateral. Because remember, you're completely anonymous. They have no idea who you are. So I'm going to provide bonded Luna, which I have this much of. And they say my borrow limit is going to be 21 USD. So I'm going to click proceed, post that transaction, and wait for that to complete. Awesome. So now that I've borrowed against it, now that I've bonded it and provided it as collateral, I should be able to borrow against it. So they're showing me here that this is my borrow limit, because if I go past this borrow limit, then that would mean they'll need to liquidate my holdings in order to cover the loan. So I'm going to keep it very safe. And according to data from Flipside Crypto, majority of the users actually have their loan to value ratio around 30%. So I think I'll use that to be safe because maybe they're very seasoned and they know what they're doing. So I'm going to borrow 11 UST on top of it. So proceed, confirm yes, another transaction. And let's see what else is happening. Cool. Awesome. So let me just point out a few things here. So you are earning 11% APR on the Anchor protocol for borrowing. You are being paid to borrow. As you can see, the borrow APR, the price of borrowing is 24%. That's how much you pay in interest by borrowing. However, the Anchor protocol is actually distributing Anchor token, which is their governance token, at 36% APR, which leaves you in the net positive for borrowing. And on top of that, you can take the UST that you just borrowed to do what you like, but you could also deposit it here. So let's see if the tutorial actually mentions that. Yes, exactly. So now you want to deposit some of your UST to earn yield. So I am going to deposit to earn yield. So I have maximum 25 UST. I don't think I'm going to deposit all of it because there is another part of the tutorial which does require me to use UST. So let's keep going. All right, so I'm going to deposit, let's say 10. Pay attention to the fees and everything. Waiting for the transaction to process. Okay, so the transaction has processed. Lovely. So now I'm going to be earning this much interest per year on the $10 UST that I have on here. But trust me, I will be depositing more as I do more tutorials with Anchor Protocol. I do have another account where I have a lot more deposited. So let's keep going. So hooray, you have just completed using Anchor Protocol. You should be so proud of yourself. You're probably earning a lot more than you earn from the bank. Not probably, you will be. So this is very exciting. So let's move on to step 7, 8, 9, and then finally 10, where we will complete the tutorial. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so up next, we are going to be interacting with the Mirror protocol. Mirror is a really cool DeFi protocol which allows you to interact with synthetic assets. So you can create, or they have created, assets that represent stocks such as Netflix and Tesla, etc. However, what we're going to do is we are going to participate in yield farming on the Mirror protocol. So we are going to provide liquidity for the Mirror and UST pair. MIR is the governance token for the Mirror platform. So let me connect my wallet. Cool. So let's see what steps are required. So we need to first make a token swap. Because we're providing liquidity, you have to provide equal amounts of both pairs, of both tokens within the pair. So we are going to take some of the UST tokens and split it so that we can get Mirror tokens, and we will swap it on Terra Swap. So I'm going back to Terra Swap. I've selected UST here, and I'm going to be converting it to Mirror, to their token. I will convert, I have 16 UST left in my wallet. So how much shall I convert? If I do 5, maybe I could do a little bit higher. Maybe I convert 6 to get Mirror tokens. So I can pay for the fee in UST or Luna, up to you. I think I'll pay in UST for now. And all right, so now I'm going to click swap. So same step as before. That transaction is going to be processed in no time at all, and then we can go ahead with the tutorial. So now that we've done the swap, we can now add liquidity to the Mirror USD pool. So we are nearing the end of the tutorial, but we still have so many more things to do. So this is an opportunity to earn yield on the Terra ecosystem and become a liquidity provider. So let's see that transaction completed. Awesome. Check my wallet. I don't see the token, but if I search for the token like this, add it to my wallet, you see, I do have it. Okay, so if you swap something and you don't see the token, don't panic. Just remember to add that token to your wallet, because once the transaction was confirmed, you own it. All right, so we are going to provide liquidity. So let's see what the steps are. Go into the pool tab and navigate to both the Mirror and UST. Okay. Okay, so to provide liquidity for Mirror and USD, go to the Farm tab and then click Mirror. So I'm going to click Long Farm, and this I can provide both Mirror and UST because it's a liquidity pair. So once I select this, it would select the equivalent in terms of the other token. In this case, it's UST. The transaction fee is 63 cents. And now that we're going to provide this, the Terra swap price, what's this? The price of the corresponding asset that's determined in the pool. Okay, cool. All right, so let me click farm. Damn. They are letting me know that I have to pay attention to these risks. So definitely read this when you're going through it. But long story short, trade at your own risk. Awesome. So I have provided this much liquidity. So if I go to my page, I can see my transaction history. So now that I've provided, they're saying that I can add the liquidity token to the MIR UST farm. So I think that probably was already done just now, but let me check. So if I go long farm, yeah, that's what I just did. So if I go back to my page, it's saying my total value is 15 and I'm farming 11. So just a second ago, it didn't actually show it. So maybe I needed to refresh my page. But now I'm seeing that I'm farming within this pool and I'm earning 39% APR, which is pretty high. But remember, cryptocurrencies are volatile. And there are other risks when it comes to providing liquidity, such as impermanent loss, etc. But this is still a pretty high yield, so that's really exciting. So I'm farming this much. I still have 3 USD left over, which I can choose to deposit here to earn more yield. And that is the end of the exploration. We have one more step to complete before you can submit this so that you can earn from participating in this tutorial. So in the final step, what's required is for you to create a dashboard, and you're going to create it using their tool, which they call Velocity. So you just click that link and you sign up for an account. I'm already logged in. And let's see what's next. So essentially, you need to prove that you actually did the steps above. Now, thankfully, information on the blockchain is public. So you can simply query the blockchain data and create a dashboard that shows it. Because you have access to Flipside Crypto and their data platform, you can then query the data within here. So, for example, you need to show at least 2 of your transactions. So you can show when you borrowed um, UST on Anchor Protocol, or you can show a confirmation of a swap transaction. And if you do not have any experience with SQL, you can look at their starter queries so that you can figure out what you should do. So let's take a look at their starter queries. So if you go back to Velocity and you go to shared with me, you see they have a bunch of starter queries, and there is Terra starter queries. So let's see. So this is one that we could potentially use. It's called B Luna supply to Anchor. So I think that could be one because it shows me deposit B Luna. Let's see. Daily fee, daily volume, daily swap volume. Borrows. So this potentially could be another one that we could use as well. So let's look at this one. So that would be a 2 transactions there. So as you can see, this is SQL. If this is new to you, the code is already populated. And the result of this code is showing a bunch of transactions within the past 30 days based on this timestamp. And these are all the people who supplied Luna or bonded Luna to the Anchor protocol. So in order to show your transaction, something that uniquely identifies your transaction is a transaction ID. So for you to figure out what your transaction ID is, you would need to see the list of transactions that you completed. If you go to any blockchain explorer for the Terra blockchain, you can find this out. So if I search Terra blockchain explorer, I like Terra Finder, and you just search for your account on here and you can see all the transactions that you did. So cool. And you see, I can see a list of transactions. Now, it isn't as detailed as you would like in terms of seeing exactly which protocol you interacted with from this view anyway, but you can get an idea based on these here. So for example, there was at one point where I bonded Luna tokens. So I lost Luna and I got B Luna. And then here I reckon is where I provided B Luna. So I can see if this transaction ID would work with that particular query. So if I copy this transaction ID, and here they've commented this line out. A comment means that this isn't taken into consideration when the query is ran. So if I take this 2 dashes away, so it's no longer a comment. Oops. Oh no, I have to copy and edit before I can do that. Cool. So I've made a copy, so it's now my version. I'm gonna call this Ali. And we're gonna replace this with the transaction ID. I don't know how up to date this is. It may be a few hours out of date, so we may not see the transaction right away, but this is just showing you an example of how you can create it. So I don't necessarily expect this to show up right away, but yeah, so yeah, it's kind of out of date. So you have to do this a few hours later. If you have any problems doing this, then check out their Discord channel and you can ask any queries. Now, you don't just create this, you have to also create a dashboard. So if you wanted to create a dashboard, you can say add to, and you create a new dashboard, and you can say it is Terra, what's it called? Explorer Hunt, Terra Explorer Hunt, and it shows it here. And then you click publish, and then you get a URL, that you can use to submit to your dashboard. So they would like you to submit it in the first bounty channel in their Discord. Cool. So you go to their Discord and where is it? Yeah, you go to the first bounty channel and you post it here. And then you have to also fill out a form so that they can have your Terra address and they can, give you the tokens, which is worth 100 USD. So you have to put the link to the published dashboard as well. Say your Discord name, your wallet address. So in here, you would use this wallet address and you submit your dashboard. Not my wallet address, obviously, your wallet address. And yeah, that is it. And then once you're done with this, congratulations, you are now a part of the Flipside community. You have successfully created a bounty. If you would like to continue earning and learning with Flipside Crypto, then definitely check out their bounty program. They post new bounties every week, on Friday to be exact, and they're normally due on Wednesday. So pay attention to their Discord channel and also pay attention to the community on Twitter and definitely reach out to them if you have any questions. They're such a welcoming community and they're really active as well. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about how you can earn and learn with Flipside Crypto. I will see you in the next video. Bye.